Happy hasn't lost a series since B Cup 16 winner bracket final versus Starbuck. That is 7 weeks. Is he gonna continue his rampage through the bracket as he did to Labyrinth, to Colorful, and also to Focus? Or is Fortitude the better player who advances over Jens, over Lin, and over Lawlight yesterday? The first big human versus undead matchup, the first big Happy versus Fortitude matchup. This is the real deal. Let's get it on. On Happy's side, since there's not too many Pally Rifle anymore, he could go for a Lich first. He could go, as Labby and 120 show, for a Dreadlord first. But the standard at the moment seems to be the Cryptlord. With this patch, there's a couple of changes. Militia, weaker. Defend, weaker. Orb of Slow was newly introduced. Dreadlord was buffed a little bit. Ritual Dagger was nerfed a little bit. Anti-Magic Shell of Banshees, heavily nerfed. So we got no clue where this matchup stands, especially with the re-addition of range to the Rain of Fire of the Pit Lord that might eventually end up giving more value to one base Death Knight Fiend play. But this is so many questions that we can't answer this all by ourselves. We gotta watch Happy and Fortitude. This is where the entire Warcraft world is looking towards when it comes to the best plays. We start with an undead expansion as expected. Happy does not display an incredible new opener. Basically, more of the same. Fortitude has publicly practiced a lot. 10 games versus Labyrinth yesterday. It was eventually a 5-5 record with various playstyles. Cryptlord expansion, Footman Surround. That's the start for Happy with the Talisman of Evasion. On the other side, we power creep to level 3. On the Archmage side, close to level 3 with a Replenishment Potion and the Wand of Mana Stealing. That could enable more Water Elementals! Ooh, this was incredibly close. If the Beetle gets the last hit, level 3 is ruined. And here comes Fortitude's biggest strength. Archmage, Footman, Water Elemental, Pressure play. Nobody plays it better. Happy is scouting for a counter expansion which he doesn't see. One base rifle push is something that Fortitude introduced to the meta, and he's combining it with Archmage, Water Elemental, Pressure. But Happy closes the door on the right hand side with Skeletal and Acolyte, and the Water Elementals can only now attack the Haunted Goldmine. That was incredibly close. The surround by Happy is tight, but it's not enough. Fortitude dodging a bullet here, working around it, dribbling around it. Deny by 40, number 1. The second one he can't deny. Level 2.4 Cryptlord, huge delay on Happy, and he is not teching. He got those ziggurats established with the updated Nerubian Tower that attacks a little bit faster. Wasn't in time to help for the first attack. One base rifle casters has been very powerful. And especially if you delay the tech, especially if you delay the expansion, this hits the undead where it's most hurtable. As long as there's mana and as long as there's water elementals, you will find a way to do significant damage. Surround, counter surround, at least there should be. Fortitude was blasting through the entire Wand of Mana Stealing, so that item's gone. And Happy's micro, we have to talk about it, I think we do, is incredible. Saving a lot of hurt ghouls to the side, which then go to the undead hospital, the graveyard. But 40 storms through once again. Has to use an impale here. Is there still enough damage? The Footman, the Archmage is in range, and he has another Water Elemental. Mana management, superb on the cost of a couple of Footmen, but that's the second cancel by Fortitude. Happy doesn't find an answer to this. Third attempt. And the second Water Elemental donated. Cryptlord close to 3, but just barely not level 3. Water Elementals go ham. That's the story of the tier 1.
A player's forces are under attack.
This would be level 3, but Fortitude should not allow this. And Happy does not allow this. Gets the level 3 Crypt Lord here. In the meantime, we get Graveyard double Crypt. He is of the opinion that now his expansion is safe. Otherwise, this investment is not really meaningful, but is it really safe? 40 is waiting for a Mountain King follow-up, Rifle Caster, then heal up. And now the attack towards the expansion is over, but the attack towards the main. We got exactly enough mana for another Water Elemental. We still have a Town Portal. And we go for the Graveyard. No Graveyard means no Spirit Tower, means no Slaughterhouse. It's the backbone of the Undead Army. Ghouls try to salvage this. So far, we don't see the impact of the updated Nerubian Tower. And it's an easy cancel for 40, who might be a bit blocked. Happy's Ghoul Micro, insane. This costs the Town Portal, but it's so worth it. Happy rebuild on the other side. So the Graveyard isn't that late, but the tech surely is. And this is where the attack is going to fall towards. Lots of time, lots of space. Happy is truly hurt. It's been a while since Happy lost the map to Fortitude. And we all know as Warcraft fans, just because Happy doesn't have the perfect early game and just because Happy is hurt, doesn't mean he's gonna lose this game. Replenishment potion used. There's one clarity. Apart from that, there's nothing. No consumable items. Happy has a wand of magic stealing. Kinda nice. But the attack ends up on the Haunted Goldmine. Any tower support? We don't see it yet. No militia in this push. And no TP. Necropolis cancelled. We hunt some acolytes, but retreat in time to not get backstabbed because Happy is coming from the left-hand side. Supply in favor of Fortitude for now. And now we dance. Rifle Caster, Stormbolt Water Elemental damage output is insane. Happy is switching into Fiends already with the second base barely paying off. He got 10 ghouls, he pulls them all. Mountain King has no way out here, trying to free his way via Stormbolt. That does work. Little bit wonky here. Rifles are catching some damage, but now the militia are coming in. Rifle has to be saved to the left-hand side. This feels like it's an empowered Fortitude. Ghouls are chasing after one rifle completely out of the fight. Leaves the Beetles and Crypt Lord alone. And the push is still alive. This rifle save, tremendous. But Happy's getting more and more gold. Runs into the creeps. Whoopsie. 8 ghouls remaining. Towers coming up. And some healing. Interrupt. This would give Happy a lot of blight. This would give him the opportunity to rebuild acolytes at the expansion and safely tag. Impale as damage mitigation doesn't work. A new point of attack for Fortitude. This vulnerable Necropolis. Rifle micro seems good. He goes for the Crypt Lord. Can he keep this close? Footman in position. Level 4 would be a huge kill. He cannot get out of it. Mountain King, though, has a Stormbolt. Trying to intercept. Cannot reach. Blocked by his own Footman a little bit. Happy dodging bullets there with a great investment of mana. More and more ghouls are falling. This rifle army is the most important with the priest for sustain. And that's still up. And Fortitude is 10 foot ahead. He decides to use the Stormbolt on the Fiend. Another kill. Level 2. Is Happy just broken here? Tech is running 50%. But Expo under attack. And how fast can you reinforce this? With no access to mana on tier 1 for Undead. Acolytes try to sprint away. Ghouls try to salvage the situation. But 40 in full control. Crypt Lord still up. Mountain King has a Stormbolt. Wherever he ends up throwing it, it's dead. He's very, very, very conservative. Mana usage... perfect. One Arcane Tower in the back, no shop. Would love to see a shop. 40 is breaking up, keep needs farms and power build. Nerubian towers melt against this Rifle Caster army. But once Happy gets DK statues, he doesn't though. Fortitude with the first win against Happy in a long time. Dominant performance on Northern Isles. This is the specialty of Fortitude. Peak performance whenever it counts most.
A player's forces are under attack.
Militia creep with the rifle and a paladin. This could probably be done a bit faster. But still accelerate. Happy on the other side. Again, an expansion. The greed for gold is strong in the Emperor. And it's also kind of necessary against this kind of strategy. If you prevent fights, if you get this expo up and you fortify it, it doesn't really matter if your tech is incredibly late. It's all about sustain. You want mostly ghouls anyway. Happy does this better than anyone else to threaten human main bases and to just run across human armies, basically. And 40 is getting ready for this as well. Arcane Tower with a slow attack. 4th rifle. Adding a bit more stability to this instead of rushing for level 3. Happy has a perfect read on the creep route. Impale is up. Beetles, ghouls coming. But maybe a little bit too late. With Holy Light you can't blast it creeps, of course. So this is a chance for Happy to get big damage done. How much mana can he drain? How many kills can he get? How much can he delay level 3? 40 has no gold, no lumber. He is going heavy on the rifles before the tech. 2.1. Oh, got the last hit despite... Got 2 last hits despite the impale. Little bit of wasted mana, but now the ghouls have arrived. 2.3 Pally. Who gets it now? Hammer vs. Claw. What's more effective? Looked like 40 got it. No, Happy gets the Sasquatch, but then a ghoul fell. I had 2 impales for 1 Sasquatch. I guess as long as you keep the human away from the undead expansion, this is fine. We add a Berserker. This is Omega long tier 1. On purpose. 6, 7 ranged units. Level 3 around the corner. And then you can almost one-tap ghouls. Big item. Pala. Oh, I stole it! Haha! Stealing Magpie Happy, but the level 2 Holy Light is still unlocked. Damage output by Fortitude's army is too big to deal with at the moment. Happy is not level 3. And he taps on the Crypt Lord, actually. Interesting. Tech at 5 minutes 20.
A player's forces are under attack.
How fortified is this base? Ooh, Happy moved away from his early graveyard, or is not in position yet. Narrow towers only. Usually you want Necropolis, Spirit Tower, early graveyard. Did he miss that beat? Fortitude is investing heavily into this stage of the game. Needs to do damage with this power spike. Happy is having a hard time contesting this right now, but he found level 3. He's just tapping on the Crypt Lord. Super aggressive. How often can he do that with 2 rifles hurt and 2 rifles almost dead? Wait a minute. Can he reach? Not in time. Crypt Lord safe at home, and now Fortitude. Who's stuck with whom is the question. Ghouls with the rifle? Okay, he doesn't like that position with another rifle falling. Those were quite some significant losses. Interesting idea, but a Crypt Lord is a strength hero, and with that item as well, 1000 HP. Couldn't really deal with he whom's might cannot be matched. Looking good for Happy then. No pressure towards the base just yet. Opens up an expansion opportunity. Interesting. That surely is a new spin. Happy scouts it immediately. And he's preparing the first real big attack. And this is what's causing lots and lots of trouble to the Pally Rifle players. The Ghoul infestation alongside the Beetles in your base. No guard tower up, no lumber mill even. Shop at front has to be cancelled, but the Holy Light tapping gets 2 Ghoul kills. And the newfound appreciation for the mercenaries. Happy has played so much all the randoms. He loves the mercs. Paladin level 4. Level 2 Devotion Aura. That is lots of progress on the first hero. Happy is fortifying this. Fortifying the main. Tech is at 50%. Now Blood Mage comes out. Flame Strike got a little cheaper, might be more usable, and we fortified this base as well. More guard towers versus ghouls, and Happy was led to believe that there might be an expansion with all the workers here, but maybe that was just a cheeky plan B. In case it's not scouted, it was scouted right away, so we pivot from that idea. Blood Mage. Oh, this is not a situation you want to be in against the Mud Golem. He's so slow now. Cryptlord is coming in. He might be able to fight out, but with Impale, there's still so much surface area. Paladin arrives with the Holy Light at the ready. Militia from the right-hand side. Rifles from the left-hand side. Beautiful response by 40, even though that wasn't the plan. And not even massive lumber issues. 4.4 Pally. Level 3 Holy Light is a threat. You gotta appreciate how well these guys play around each other. Even though there's not too much game tape. That was the last bit of mana though. Happy's defense was strong, but what about his offense? He couldn't prevent 3 towers to come up. He couldn't prevent a tier 2 even though it was late.
Players' forces are under attack.
And it feels like 40 has a little bit of momentum here. But we have arrived on tier 2. We go for another crypt. We go for a slaughterhouse. And then another attack. It feels like this is the right amount of towers at the moment with the Crypt Lord in the back. No disable against the staff, but he's staffing straight into the Paladin, who has a lot of Holy Light, to be honest. Nice to see the Mercs, actually, who can't be Holy Litten.
The players' forces are under attack.
And in the meantime, with the Paladin defending home alone, Blood Mage can creep up a storm. Rifles, superb damage output, Happy threatening another attack, but I don't see this graveyard of worker corpses that I'm used to seeing. Paladin to the rescue. More intelligence and the Ring of Archmagi. We see Flame Strike too. Would love to see a staff on the Blood Mage. Or the Pally.
The town is under siege.
Instead, double heal scrolls. DK creeping. Is this the push already? He continues to tap on this Crypt Lord. I have not seen this before. We don't have a TP. We have Flame Strike. Feels like an opportunity here to use it on Acolyte's towers. Yeah, there we go. Burn! Oh, so close though. He holds pretty much everything. Omega Impale needs a heal scroll against it soon. Pally is kind of blocked with huge surface area of ghouls, but Happy's army is weak. 50 food only, and the Pally is close to 5. With the Siphon that we've seen, He can flame strike away. Everything is hurt already. Blood Mage a little far forward. Impale again, mostly on the rifles. Doesn't affect the heroes at all. Muddy finally bites the dust. And another flame strike. Can he just break through? Careful with the rifles now, though. Has to use the Holy Lights defensively. Can't nuke the hell out of this army. This doesn't feel like Happy has an expo. Fortitude now with shop adjustments. He'll stay here until his army is broken or the base is. Happy was destroying Pally Rifle pretty much for the past 6 weeks. And now it looks like we're in a parallel universe. Happy's still mining. And now we can heal. And now we can regen. And now we can go to the shop. Paladin level 5, Holy Light level 3. Happy cannot muscle up a single attack into Fortitude's base. Not a single one. 40 keeps him so busy. Siphon mana once again. This was the last one. Left tier 3. We have Ghoul Frenzy. We got the Tri-Hero Flame Strike in. He burns himself a little bit. Needs the Holy Light. Invul Potion. Oh man, Paladin was disabled for a second. Now the ghouls are trying to flood the rifles, but they are so sturdy. Flame Strike one more time. The damage on the Blood Mage is crazy. 7.6k. And the supply is still even. We got barely any mana anymore. And Happy breaks free for now. Ready to get some kills in. Thanks to the Unholy Aura, of course. The ghouls are a lot faster. But stutter stepping from Fortitude is amazing. We've seen it before on maps like Aquals where they kite each other across the entire screen. And now the rifles are in a better situation once again. Can heal up. And the level 3 Holy Light is scary. Trying to get a tower up to distract from the shop. Happy, of course, has the statues up for more sustain. Can tank the world with this Paladin. And that's another Scroll of Regeneration, so all that damage is nullified. 40 took some losses on the rifles, but that's about it. More upgrades. More armor. Forty's execution is fantastic. Gets a new shop up. Mana is a little bit of an issue for DK. For Crypt Lord. Love that he holds the parry apt on the Lich. So Holy Light is not that easy. And we continue this attack. Flame Strike 2, Siphon 2. That was a very, very meaningful level up on the Blood Mage. Well, Happy is still struggling. No Impale level 2, no Coil level 2, no Lich levels at all. Off we go. Sweet Impale attack. He needs levels. He needs kills. Flame Strike! Oh, he's willing to ignite himself to do damage to the ghouls. Happy had no time to go for heal scrolls, and Fortitude did. How many ghouls will fall? How many rifles will fall? How long will the sustain hold? No more mana. The mana potion has been gone. Flame Strike again! Happy must have played some ARPGs in his life, but he can't dodge them all. This is so many ghoul kills. And unlimited sustain once again. Pally might be necessary to use a Holy Light here on the Berserker instead of the Blood Mage. Now that shows some guts. Two base, one base. For such a long time. Tier 3, Tier 2. How many advantages is Happy supposed to get? He needs the levels. He needs the levels somehow. But how can you get levels when you can't kill anything? Fortitude's kiting. And I guess also the Flame Strike edition makes this impossible as it seems. Where's the army? Where is the hope? Blood Mage doesn't even need mortar teams anymore if you have that Flame Strike. And now the buffer building is gone and we can approach the expansion once again. Feels like we're back to early March before Happy figured out this strategy. Level 4 finally, but also level 6. What's dead may never die. This goes for our Dach Inferno League. This also goes for the rifle. Now, if you have the mana for the ultimate, which you always should have, every single rifleman that dies can be brought back. And we got level 5 on the Blood Mage as well. Fortitude is dancing on the grave of 1,000 ghouls, and I don't see a way to bring this back anymore. We got 2 destroyers. It's a desperate attempt. Skeletons, beetles. He's throwing everything into this defense, but what's it worth if you can just click a button? And is he using it? He's not even using it. He got 90 seconds to bring the corpses back. How many did he lose? Maybe not even worth this ultimate on cooldown. Happy in shambles. 7 rifles still alive. Two Destros, 1 statue. That's Happy's entire army. Super conservative with the flame strikes, actually. Does that require a different answer? Oh, here we go. Burn! Flame Strike 3 is so strong. It's so strong. Impale, sick. Again, this holy light on the rifles when the Blood Mage is at 50%. That's taunting at this point. 2 rifles dead. Maybe 3. But as long as you have the critical mass, as long as you have the damage, it's all fine. Now it's time for an ult, isn't it? Oh, now he doesn't have mana for it anymore. At least not for now. He doesn't even need it. Is he a bit stubborn? Is he a bit overconfident? Or does he just full value on resurrection? All of a sudden, 52 food. Ultimate up. 4 days after Easter. What a fitting ultimate this is. Happy is finding some damage with additional levels, but those levels came way too late. Die in a fire. 20-minute Peli rifle game. And that is game 2-0 for Fortitude. It is looking so rough. It is looking how every Happy game has looked for the past 6 weeks. Just upside down. Hate the mood in chat at the moment. It's always after patches the same. Brings out the worst in people. If you could appreciate the players a little bit more, instead of some unit stats, that would be absolutely wonderful. So let's go towards game 3. Shadow Priest stolen by Happy. First little exclamation mark here on Echo Isles. We have an Archmage opening against the Crypt Lord opening.
A player's forces are under attack.
And with the Shadow Priest, we do have this spell against it. No chance for a steal here though. This is instant level 2. Ring of Regen. Nice. Happy going for an expansion once again. Happy surely has the means to bring it back. Archmage can be incredibly disruptive. Here on this map, we don't have a laboratory. And now we'll see if this play works if you don't have a shred. This can be a big liability, but maybe Fortitude is just going for his rifle push again. Doesn't look like it though. Pulls new militia. Is this the first 2-base game? Thank you, Thrashing Lich, for the sub.
Player's forces are under attack.
Double Shadow Priest even for more defense. Fortitude goes backpack. Whoa. Are we picking up items now? Are we shop controlling? Shadow Priest number 1 down without any real reason, right? I mean, there was a footman. Don't lose 2 Shadow Priests. Oh my god, Happy loses both. Huge blunder. That's never supposed to happen.
A player's forces
And then the Water Elemental might even be denied. Holy smokes. The footman actually picked up the item so the ghouls can't take it or destroy it. And Fortitude is running circles around the expansion by Happy once again. Ghouls in the Acolyte needs a little bit of support here. If you lose a couple of workers, that's totally fine. How fast can the Archmage be back?
A player's forces are under attack.
We'll see. Now we got boots. And without the investment of an Impale, you can't really do much about it. Happy is threatening this base, but the footman hold. Fortitude, the Chinese wall, has always been the best when he can play defensive. Only 1 worker. This Expo is in trouble. Ring of Regen and Claws, by the way. What a fantastic drop that is. Happy sold his, but can he still break it? Second base by Happy is coming up over all that turmoil. Has to cancel it. The Berserker needs to be saved. No mana on the Crypt Lord anymore to interact with this. Some of the workers saved as well. These Shadow Priest losses are very atypical. 3 priests down. Blocks the entry, so the Berserker is safe. For now, at least. Pendulum swings back. Archmage. Charging towards the undead expansion like Gandalf charges against this one flying thing. That's dressed in black. Cryptlord in the base. Has a staff. Will eventually get the Berserker. He's blocking with the Militia and he's saving the Burzy again. Holy smokes. Crazy cross-screen micro by Fortitude. That's insane that he saved the Berserker. Absolutely insane. And now Fortitude has Mercenary Camp control on the right-hand side. Who is this better for? I think the answer is not that clear. But Happy's Expo is up and Archmage is surrounded. Okay. Couple of blunders. That is Shadow Priest number 4. Willing to take a lot of hits here. Just playing with fire there. Archmage only level 3.6. Shows you that he didn't kill much outside the Shadow Priest with another ghoul falling. And he didn't go for a shop. Why you TP that late without a shop? Okay, Happy. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. If he TPs instantly, I think he can still get the map presence out that you need. And now the Berserker's falling to a beetle? Not like this.
Player's forces are under attack.
All that micro in vain. But yeah, Happy 2 bases he's charging up. This is his comfort zone. 40 pretty much only has the 1 rifle push left. He's aiming for the Necropolis once again as he did this on Northern Isles. Shadow Priest number 5. He can't go for a Wand of Negation just yet. As he's not tier 2, but Happy goes for M&M. Slow GG. Emperor's Revenge. An 8-minute game on Equals. Opening up with disastrous Shadow Priest losses on the right-hand side. But Happy shows that all that doesn't matter. Happy's early game is always the same. His success relies on this. Taking quite a beating on the Crypt Lord, but with the Ritual Dagger around, that should be fine. And of course with fountains around. Fortitude is not going for the lab. He's going for a second base himself. And this is where Happy can be incredibly strong, especially on this map. Telestaffs on Crypt Lords, finding targets, finding damage, finding delays. This is why he's going for the shop right away. Has the info, gathering Beetle out there as well. And the Footman Scout has been destroyed. Level 3 Archmage with claws. Very good. And a circlet. Tremendous items. Ghoul's already here, but this should just be a distraction. This can't really do much damage. Prevents Archmage from going to the shop immediately. Prevents... He doesn't have anything to staff on the left-hand side, actually. Thank you, cool guy. That is lovely. Every worker counts. Every point of damage counts. And 40 across the map with the staff. Instead of staffing onto something, you probably then staff out of something. But this is an uncontested undead expansion. Against only an arcane tower here. No resources by 40 at all. Trying to break through. Footman to the right hand side. Archmage a bit far forward. Careful, buddy. Water Elemental is not on cooldown. He can't cancel it anymore. Happy was too fast. And now that the building is up, you don't see an opportunity at all. Happy level 3. Super clean, super quick. This will require a couple of ghouls to fall, but they are disposable. How expensive can you make it? And how fast can you catch up is the next question. With the ghouls around, still no town hall for 40. Still no tech for 40. What is happening? The series is turned on its head. Reinforcements are being intercepted. But this is still a ghoul problem here. 40 isn't dealing with it. He could staff at any given time, but now he spent all the mana he got for aggressive water elementals. Is he still seeing a cancel on this gold mine? Or a kill on the gold mine? This is desperate. Very, very desperate. It's a lot of Acolytes and Beetles falling. 3.5. But this is not a win condition. Archmage too close to the Crypt Lord, catching hit after hit. As he doesn't have boots, but the Crypt Lord does. And it's defended. Only now we go for the Town Hall. Omega late. Happy transformed into Super Saiyan mode. And it's not making any mistakes anymore. And he's challenging 40, who's running a bit out of steam here. Telly step on both sides, but guess what? Happy's just following. Happy is actually the first to portal. Little lucky for 40 that he's not hit with that Impaler as well. Ghouls, Beetles, Infestation once again. Drains all the mana via the Arcane Tower, but the problem with the Ghoul remains. The pressure here is off. Happy on the way to the 2-2. Creeps woken up. No more mana for an Impale, but extra damage. How do you deal with Beetle's left-hand side now? And when can you finally deal with the ghouls? Unbelievable offense. The first ghoul squad didn't really do too much, but it screwed with the timings. And this water elemental won't stand forever. And then where's the damage? And what does this do?
A player's forces are under
Trying to
attack.
poke a hole in the defense, but... Very, very, very problematic situation. Happy is teching already. Happy gets the first fiends out. Happy's got the second crypt up. The altar comes back. Check mark, check mark, check mark. It's a very tasking playstyle, of course. There's stuff happening. Upper left, upper right, bottom right. And you gotta be perfect everywhere. This expansion didn't come for free. He lost a lot of acolytes in the process.
A town is under siege.
The Chasev Jim, thank you for the raid. The Chase VGM. Sorry, I misread. The Chase VGM. I'm an idiot.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fortitude still has a chance to win this. Needs an evacuation. No impale. So no immediate threat, but it's close. It's really close. Happy is ahead in supply currently, but 40 is only now tech.
A player's forces are under attack.
Archmage can't go for his potion as he doesn't have tier 2. And that shop seems gone. Archmage can drop another water elemental. Fiends can get burrow relatively early. Reposition on the Crypt Lord after a sweet surround by 40. It feels like we're both online now. Of course, minute to 80-second delay on Fortitude. No fortification. No towers just yet. Level 4 on both sides. Militia Call is just fodder for Crypt Lord levels. Trying to backstab him with the Shredder, but that was a bit obvious. And Fortitude, from this point on, has to get ready for the tier 3 destroyer timing, no? What is 40 supposed to do about it? Great distraction, but no attack here. 40 is stabilizing right-hand side. 40 is building a big bang. I am a bit confused that we don't see towers and that we don't even see a lumber mill. The tech is almost finished and we see a blacksmith only now. Tier 3 tech is halfway through. 40 needs towers. So fast. We got web already. And 40 taps out. He knows how far ahead the tech is and Happy turns the series around. Don't anger the Emperor. A bit anticlimactic, but the arrival of the DK makes it clear that there's nothing to gain here anymore. Happy's first Dolphin Cup was a disaster. Early elimination. 40 was the one who took that. One rope of the Magi! Oh my god! This is so good! Half a water elemental more in mana, 420, blaze it, and 6 more damage with every attack.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is probably best in slot next to a Snobby Mask. But Sock has shown before and Cow have shown before that sometimes items don't mean anything. 40 creeping with Militia only. Spin to win for the Sea Giant. This might result in a kill, but he's lucky that he's not spinning again. This map between these two in Dubai, probably my favorite game of all time. This map has seen it all. So how much damage can you do? This cancel seems inevitable. No wall off. Nothing's in position. Happy was busy with the little Murloc spot where now everything is poisoned. And the cancel is there. But Fortitude not overstaying his welcome. Pulling back immediately. Not running into a narrow, into an impale. Trying to cancel some healing, which I think is smart. Regenning some mana. Ooh, good start. The best start in a while for Fortitude. Who's going again for the fast tier 2? No Expo no more. Footmen are breaking through. It is like a game of football. American football. The Archmage is the quarterback. Footman, Water Elemental trying to get the touchdown. And Happy's defensive line is not up for the task so far. Has to go for it again. Happy stubborn, trying to expand. Can he do it again? Oh, it looks like he can. It very much looks like he can. 2 footmen, Water Elemental. This could be a quick end if Happy is frustrated with this. He can tap out any second. Rules are falling. Archmage level 3.3. This is a disastrous start for Happy. Still, 40 has to follow this up with the rifle push, and that one has to hit. And Happy's Crypt Lord seems fine for now. Shop coming up. Blacksmith ready. And Boots to run away. Happy. He had times where he wasn't doubling down on this expo or tripling down, or in this case quadrupling down. He was a fast tacker for a while, but he somehow gave up on this. This time the ziggurats are in place. This time the entry is blocked, but still 40 finds a way. Be water, my friend. And with Water Elementals, that's of course relatively easy. No surround on the Archmage. A little bit of Impale trying to prevent the damage. But it's cancel number 4. This almost feels like, if you compare this game to map 3 and 4, it feels like 40 threw the games for content to make the storyline. Unleashing the beast once again. And Happy with attempt number 5. Oh my god. Creep check as well. Happy's stubbornness has cost him a lot in his professional career. Today is another day like this. 40, like a good Avatar waterbender, summons the Water Elementals, uses them perfectly, keeps the Archmage back, let the summons do the job, and the foot people, who cares about them? And this was all tier 1. Happy's trying to transition once again. This almost feels like a carbon copy of Northern Isles. Makrura? Did he not get it? Oh, Happy did not get it despite the Impale. It was incredibly close. Oh my god. Complete distraction so far. What's the way out for Happy? He knows the push is coming. Couple of body blocks. Stormbolt again. He has a big heal potion. Fortitude wants to trigger that consumable. Sweet blocks! Mountain King in position once again. So the 400 gold consumable is gone. Up on the high ground now. Might have to get out with the Zeppelin. It gets ensnared! Insult to injury. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. And in the meantime, the water elementals are completely destroying the ground. At least the Crypt Lord gets away. 6 food down. Peasants, though, also hurt. The Stormbolts weren't too impactful, were they? He lost a lot of health. He didn't get a tower up, but he's stealing the rock golem away. Can he really? Fortitude's patience is remarkable. Beetles ready for a last hit. Rifles are suffering a little bit. With the second base up now, there might be a chance. All about the rock golem. Still up. Oh, but 40 is getting so far ahead in experience now. There we go. What he got? Zombie mask! Of course! The dream drop! The ultimate item. And in the meantime, tower, workshop, reinforcements. Robe of the Magi and a Sobi mask. This is insane. He gets the heal scroll, at least one of them. And this is not the fortification that we usually see on Happy's side. It's 2 towers. That's laughable. And this is the last defense. Fiend falling to a Stormbolt. The Mountain King in a weird position. Ghouls are trying to flank. The rifles are getting caught. And the Zeppelin might help here. 40 retreating into the safety of the tower. Another rifle. Easy clap. But Fiends are falling as well. Happy can afford easy losses. Fortitude cannot. The mortar team puts constant pressure on the base. This is very, very annoying. Very distracting. Can Happy keep it together? Lure 40 into the range of towers. He shouldn't fall for this. Priest is up for sustain. Mana is insane. And Mountain King is level 3. The arch nemesis of every Fiend player. Almost one taps at this point while the water elementals continue to destroy the poor helpless ghouls. Nice deny at least. Wand of Negation used, finally, for the first time. He buys another one. This spells the hell out of these water elementals. It's Happy. There's always a chance. He gets the Crypt Lord level 5. Decides to go for Impale, no beetles. But what does Happy have left? He has tier 2. He's trying solo Crippy. Would love to see a shop again. Only 6 fiends. Mountain King has mana forever. Wand of Negation again. Stormbolt focus, 1 missed position, dead. Would it ever make sense to go for Burrow? It's such a fast upgrade by now. Mana potion, heal scroll, trying to gather forces. So far, the 2 mortar teams aren't doing too much. It's a 15 food advantage and this Mountain King is tearing this army apart. Rifle pushes everybody. Whether with an Archmage Mountain King or Paladin Blood Mage combo. They just work. Crazy the range on the Priest, by the way, to not have to expose them. So they can heal from 400 range, that is. Happy has to split the Fiends. There's... Oh, it doesn't have an altar! I was wondering, where's the DK? Where's the tech? He didn't rebuild an altar. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Was he this threatened and this overwhelmed? The undead equivalent of a Huntress Hall for the Night Elves. Happy forgot it for a minute. This is a 13-minute altar. That's crazy. That's crazy. He added a lot of stability in favor of that. Maybe it's on purpose, but what offers more stability than a Death Knight? First Mortar team might bite the dust. The priests are doing an insane job. The fiends are always picked apart. Crypt Lord is leveling nicely. Towers get a bit of the XP as well. If this player name would not be happy, I'd say call it, buddy. You can't do anything. But even if there's a minimum chance, he can still try. That might be it though. Stormbolt gets the kill. And Fortitude gets the win over Happy in their first big tournament encounter in 2025. Super great play in the first two matches, then completely falling apart. And it shows again his mental fortitude to not crumble under the pressure, to just turn it around once again, to just clean up his game from map 4 to map 5. Happy couldn't follow it up anymore. Then Happy was the one making the mistakes. And Fortitude is the best player in the world today.